What is up, my friends? So a little while back, I contacted Slate Digital about the collaboration, as I've been basically using their plugins almost exclusively since 2016, I think. And one thing I've been drooling over ever since it got announced is the VRS system, the Virtual Recording Studio as it's called. Now, this is basically an audio interface combined with a set of ultra-linear preamps that are designed to be used with one of two microphones, the ML1 and the ML2. Now, these microphones combined with these preamps and their plugins can basically emulate some of the best microphones in the world. This concept has always seemed so appealing to me because spending thousands of dollars on expensive preamps and vintage tube microphones is just out of the question for me and for a lot of other people. And after I got in contact with Slate Digital, they sent me the VRS8 interface, the ML1 microphone, and 8 ML2 microphones for me to try out. Woo! I was so goddamn excited, man. So what better way to try out the power of the VRS by recording one of my covers with these microphones? So for Fair Enough this night, I used the ML1 on my vocals and used 8 of the ML2 microphones on every piece of the drum kit. For this project, we obviously needed a drum room, which I currently do not have. So I called my good friend Peter from Norwegian Sound, and he was so kind to lend me their studio for 2 days to let me record the drums and to film for the video. Then I got a hold of Frank, the drummer from Marathon, and with him to lay down the actual drums. Now, I've worked with him on like 5 records now, I think, so I know he's an extremely talented drummer and is very easy to work with. We mic'd up the drum kit with the ML2 microphones like we normally would with any other mic, and then we did a test take and added the microphone emulation on top of the tracks, and we were blown away. While I have never doubted Slate Digital, as in the past, when they released new plugins for their All Access Pass, it's always been way above my expectations, but this was just a whole new level of awesome, let me tell you, especially the kick drum mic. My god. Also know that I have mixed a lot of raw drum tracks over the years, everything from bad performances with cheap microphones to great performances in great studios with expensive microphones, bad drummers, good drummers. And let me tell you, what we recorded with Frank in Norwegian Sound with the ML2s and the VRS8 sounds just as good, if not better, than the ones recorded with the real microphones. And just the fact that you can browse through all these microphones and select whichever you like, whenever you like, is just amazing. You can also adjust the emulation to sound closer and further from the source. All of this just gives you limitless possibilities, and it was just a joy to work with. Some of you might be thinking, how can 8 channels be enough for drums? What about room mics? Well, here's how we got around that. So after we were done recording the drums, we set up a new pair of ML2s on each side of the room and the ML1 in the middle. Then we sampled the entire drum kit, put these samples inside our favorite trigger plugin, and voila, we had full VRS power, baby. As awesome as the ML2 microphones are, and the fact that you can record an entire drum kit with one microphone thanks to the microphone emulation, the ML1 is the one that truly blows me away. I've recorded all my vocals for Fair Enough this night inside of my Isovox booth, which makes the sound free of all room reflections, and this primes the track even better for the emulation. The first thing that hit me is that this microphone sounds amazing without any emulation. And it's not just me, because some of the guys over at Norwegian Sound, I know they reach for this microphone when they have session work for other musicians, and I think that is a true testament to the quality of the microphone itself. So for those of you who are worried that this microphone is like subpar just because of the emulation stuff, don't be. Pleading ordinarius, gently grieving in captive misery. Pleading ordinarius, gently grieving in captive misery. Darkness sings a fallen song, yet our hopes can still rise up. So just to clarify something, you can use whatever microphone you want with the VRS8. You don't have to use the ML1 or the ML2s. It's just that these microphones combined with the ultra-linear preamps that are designed to not saturate the tracks too much are just better for the emulation process. And the same goes for the microphones themselves. You can easily use these with any other interface and they will sound amazing. Now let me tell you, I've owned and used many interfaces over the years. Everything from the Line 6 Toneport UX2 to the Digigrid iOS, which is a powerhouse. And I can honestly say, guys, that the VRS8 is the best interface I've ever owned. And there's a lot of reasons for this. Of course, one of them being the microphone emulations that gives you so many possibilities, but also the super low latency. The super low latency basically allows you to monitor your vocals, your instruments directly through plugins without any delay, so you can throw on your favorite mic emulation, favorite EQ, compressor, your favorite reverb, and really get the monitoring experience you want. But the big deal for me was that this beast right here halved my CPU usage on one of my biggest projects. I had drum machines, plugins, synths, everything in between. I went from having to use 1500 on my buffer to like 256, and I still had room to spare. I have no clue how they did that, but oh! So with the VRS system, you basically have everything you could possibly need and more. Not to mention, you don't have to sell your kidney, your mom's kidney, and your wife's kidney to be able to afford all this. It delivers exactly what it promises, and combine this with their plugins, which I really recommend, and you will be a sonic powerhouse in no time. If you're still not entirely convinced, please check out the link in the description below, where I left samples of the raw drum tracks with only the microphone emulations on, and the same with my vocals. My cover of Fear Not This Night was almost exclusively mixed with plugins from the All Access Pass, and the guitar tone is from Overloud THU, which is also included there. If you are considering trying out the Slate Digital plugins, please use my link in the description below to sign up. You will help the channel out greatly, and you will have some kick-ass plugins to make some awesome music with. And that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll be down there talking with you guys and replying to your questions. If you like this type of content and my metal covers, please consider throwing the channel a subscription, and I would love you forever. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Scar Productions if you want to keep yourself updated on what's coming out next. So until the next video, guys, I will see you later. Bye.